Hey guys, I just want to address the elephant in the room quickly before we continue the video in case you're thinking certain things or going to comment or whatever. This is the elephant in the room. My hair just gone. But the reason why is a good friend of mine is going through chemo at the moment, or was about to go to chemo. She got her head shaved yesterday, and I thought for solidarity, give it the old shave as well. So that's the reason, just in case you was wondering. But yeah, let's go with the video. Okay, so this video is just it's a combination of an update of what I plan to do with my current traders based on some information that I've had a look through this morning, and also an update with my current watches. I've added some new people, sorry, not watches. I've added some new people to my watch list, some new traders to my watch list. So let's go into it here. So basically, have a look at Jay and something that Jay said. Okay, so 20 hours ago, he made a post transitioning to smaller position sizes. So his average trade size, based on his AUM growth, basically getting too large. So why are you doing this? AUM is growing. So his new trade average size is going to be 0.5%, which, according to the whole minimum trade size thing that we discussed in the last video, that should be fine with $200 copied onto him. Anything below 0.5% trade size, you have to add more than $200 to get the open trades. But he does say on here, if you're copying me with under 300, it could affect you. So I don't know if he has, I'd imagine he's maybe got a bit more insight into this than the typical minimum trade size calculation. But regardless of that, whether it's true or not true, and whether 300 or 200 would work, mostly because at the moment, Jay, he's made 24% for me in such a short space of time, like 3 or 4 months. He is taken the lead right now. And obviously anything could happen. I'm not saying he's going to make this much all the time, because that's obviously not the case. But, I have a lot of faith in Jay. I've been watching one of his live streams. Just the way he talks about things, the way he puts himself across, how often he looks at the news, and he just seems very knowledgeable, and I have a lot of faith in him as a trader, and based off that information, also a lot of faith in Jay as a trader for what he's shown me, the last few months, and also last year when I copied him a little bit. So I would be quite keen to put an extra $100 onto Jay Nemesis, which was his recommendation, and I'd just like to anyway. Next is Alex. So let's have a quick look at Alex. Yeah, so this is an example. So I've clicked into his largest trade. There is, I saw between 2 and 4 of these size trades this morning, 0.48, which is a little less than 0.5. So my $200 might not effectively copy the current trades. But yeah, it's probably not going to capture those trades, and especially if he's making future ones, it definitely won't capture them. So let's do a quick calculation. So 100 divided by 0.48. $208. So if I put 210 on him, then that'll be fine. But based on my calculations and my plan, which I'm going to go through in this video, I'm going to put 230 onto Alex. Okay, so that'll be 100 here for Jay and 30 here. So that's $130 I need somewhere from somewhere. And now myhungetoro. So I'm going to have a quick look at his stats. So I started copying myhungetoro in August. So I had a look at his previous stats. I mean, he's making less than 2%, above 1% last year, and then reasonably good this year. There's a few small ones here, but 5, 8, 6, 1, 2%. So I thought, I remember saying at the time that he can be my new Olivia Danville replacement. But literally as soon as I copied him in August, first red that he's had, minus 2.59%. The month after, September, negative again. And this month, currently negative, which is understandable, but still, it's just 3 red months as soon as I copy traded him. The things that go against my copy is that there's not too much history there, historic data. Another thing is what he said. No, another thing is that he doesn't really talk too much compared to the other traders on here. So his pinned post is 28 days ago, and then before that it was 2 months. 2 months. So he's been a while not talking. Maybe he's not on eToro. I mean, you could argue that. But what he was saying, where was it? So, well, in essence, he's changing his stock and bond strategy. He's shorting them. But basically, he had a certain strategy for 2020, and in the last 3 months, he's changed it to accommodate COVID, I believe. He's basically changed because of things that have happened this year. He's changed his strategy. And that's not gone too well for his stats and also his copiers. So you can see here, it's just, and I mean, all of these things that I've just mentioned about myhungetoro, combined with that I've got quite a few good traders on my watch list now that I'm short of funds. What I've decided to do is stop copying myhungetoro. I really don't like doing this sort of thing. I mean, even with Olivia Danville, when I stopped copying him after 6 months or whatever it was, like, I knew it was the right decision to do, but I mean, I just don't like being sort of, I'm going to do this and I'm going to change it, and going against my word sort of thing, or going against my initial decisions. So I really don't like to have to do this, and especially because I can see people saying, "Oh, why you've had your first red month with him, you're just going to close." That's not entirely what it is. I mean, I'm going to keep him on my watch list. I think he's a good trader. I think he's just going through something right now. But with this kind of negativity with myhungetoro, combined with I need money for Jay and his new new AUM sort of minimum trade size that he's announced, and that I need to put more money on Alex because his smallest size is 0.48, so I need an extra 10. And also, I don't know if you've forgotten, but my second to last video that I had was with Renoi, and I actually need an extra $60, so $260 in total to copy all his open trades. So I need money from somewhere. I mean, I've got 200 here, but I need 60 more for Renoi. I mean, I'm supposed to be getting some money in tomorrow, but I think this solution of getting rid of myhungetoro, unfortunately, and then putting that 200, or rather 195.91 on the rest of the people. Let's just round it to 190. So 190 here. I'm going to put 100 on Jay Nemesis. That leaves 90. I'm going to put 60 on Renoi. That leaves 30. And the other 30 is going on Alex. So effectively what we're doing is we're replacing myhungetoro with Renoi. and then we're adding quite a lot of remaining funds to the other two traders, J Nemesis and Alex. That's what's going to happen. That's what I'm going to do. I've already, gone through it in my head, planned it out. That's what's happening. If myhungetoro is watching, or any of his sort of hardcore copyists, I do apologize. I mean, I really don't want to have to do this, but as I said, I will keep watching him. I think he's got potential, but right now, because of lack of funds and because of the situation where I kind of need to transfer the money, I have to do it. Okay, so right now, we've still got a few hours until the market opens in order for me to... Yes, I'm pretty sure these ones, they're not sort of on yet. TLT. Market closed, yeah. So I'm going to have to wait until the market opens, which I'd imagine is the US market time for these ones. So in a few hours. So if I was to close the copy now, I'm 99% sure these would stay here, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Stop copying. Pending close. Okay, so they're still there, which I thought they would be. How's it going? Okay, so we've got a pending close. Right, as I suspected. So I'm just going to go over my new watch list quickly, and after that, I'll be back from the future when the market's open, and we'll put the rest of the money on the people as I planned. Just go over my watch list quickly. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so obviously we've got J Nemesis, Sparkly Lian's from before, so he's not new. He's kind of taken a seat back on my priority list. I'll show you my priority list soon. I've got 2 watch lists. Alex myhungetoro, you already know. Renoi, you already know. Cousin Mao Prototype was already there. Okay, so let's open Return Invest, Ocean Tan, just all of these guys. Okay. Just go through them very quickly, so I don't want a super long video. Okay, so before we go into Return Invest, there's something I want to read about. So it's a bit unrealistic to have a profit of 60% every year. Between 10 and 20% is more realistic. The reason why he's saying that is because this year's made 68. So between 10 and 20, that's good. But obviously a lot of people, including myself, is going to see the 68 with very minimum, reds or drawdowns. And including me, I saw it. Okay, he seems good. I think it was a Social Trading Vlogs YouTube channel where he went over this guy and had a look, and I was like, he actually seems quite decent. 6,000 copiers, risk score 4, decent profit. Made 4% this month already. Obviously that was after he stated saying making 10 to 20% every year. So it's good. So he's up there. Next we have Boon Yun Tan. Let's have a look at his stats. So 50% for this year. No reds, which is brilliant considering this year's been bad for COVID. 69% last year. Yeah, the first year wasn't very good, but I'll look over that. That's fine. Everyone has a learning curve. Risk score 3. So yeah, he's doing very good this year. That's a nice healthy percentage. Well, more than healthy, it's a very good percentage. I think, if I remember correctly, yeah. So his lowest trade size, it might even go lower than that. I think with one of these new guys, it went to like 0.0.8. which is super small. Yeah, so 0.2. I mean, there might be a smaller one somewhere, but let's just say 0.2. 0.21. Yeah, so I need about $500, which I don't have yet. So although he seems good, he's not ready yet. I don't have enough funds. Yuji He. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Yuji. So 54% for this year. Okay, so this is the only thing that would slightly put me off. Is that 2017, he essentially went bankrupt, lost all his, equity. In 2018, he had a break. The first bit of 2019, he had carried on the break, and then he come back and made a nice 22% for the rest of the year. 2020, no losses so far. If you have a look at his information here, so he's a full IT professional, an active investor who studied and passed 3 CFA levels in 2018. Basically, this looks like he's matured and grown and learned some things since his first mistake, and he's doing much better now, especially for 2020. It's been challenging for a lot of traders with the September and March, April time. He's got all greens, 54%. Risk score 4, 7,000 traders, and I think this incline is due to the popular investor copy people that eToro does, where it puts them on the at the top, advertising them. Let's have a look here. So all that seems good. No, okay. Maybe he's fine for $200 then, which would be great. Yeah. Okay, keen enable. 89% for the year, no losses. Not much historic data. Only one small loss at the very beginning. Fantastic. Also, again, keen enable way, I believe, was on the sort of copy people eToro promo, which is why it shot up with the copiers. Let's see the portfolio, see what's the minimum. Let's have it open here. Nope. Let's try a few random ones, see if we can get it. And see if we can find any smaller ones. Seems good so far. Let's try this one. No, okay, so he, obviously I need to do some more thorough checking, and you'd also need to click into each one of the trades and see if there is anything below 0.5%. But obviously I'm not going to go ahead and sort of copy all these people right now, so I don't need to look so thoroughly. But I'm just basically showing you who's on my watch list. And a rough idea of how much you'd need to put on them. Okay, so let's go to this gentleman. I think this one is the one. Let's go in portfolio first. 0.8, no, that's fine. Dubai invested. Yeah, there we go. So there's a few here, but a lot below 0.5. A whole lot. 60% of his portfolio. But to get all the trades, so 0.7. I need about $1,500. So, he's good. He's only been trading for 1 year this year. Started in March, but 105% for the year. So he's on my watch list, but I think he'll go at the back of the line, so to speak. And then it sounds great. I think this guy, if I remember correctly, is a good contender. So 83%. Little loss in March, which everyone had. and September, which also everyone had 83%. Traded last year 37%. Risk score of 418 copies. I think this is natural. I don't think he was on the eToro promo. Let's see what he's trading. So the smallest is 0.93. But yeah, from what I remember, I think this guy is okay. There's nothing below 0.5. So yeah, that's my new watch list. Starting from return invest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new people on my list. And I also have, where's my other list? So star watch list. Okay, so these are the ones that I can sort of do a lot sooner. So obviously we've got J-Nemesis already, Renoi's going on. Prototype is one of the next in line, as is return invest, as is Yuji, and Keen Enable, and Alex is already on. So I reckon it'll be out of these four will probably be my next 4 new traders. But yeah, that's it for right now, and I'll cut back to in a few hours once the market's open. Hello, and we're back a few hours later, where the US market's open now, and as you can see, myhungetoro is no longer there. So what we're going to do with our $395 here, we're going to add the 100 to J-Nemesis, add funds, so do 100, and we're not going to copy open trades. Okay. And then let's get Renoi. Let's just make sure that 260 will cover, just in case it's changed anything. Let's do this all the way around. Now, he's got so many trades, I don't want to go in every single one, there's like hundreds. So I mean, as long as I'm copying the bulk of them, which is all of that at 0.39, then we'll be fine. So I can go ahead with that at 260. I think it's 260. 100 divided by 0.39. Yeah, 260. Okay, so Renoi, copy 260, copy open trades. Okay. And the last 30, what we're going to do is actually close Alex and then do it with 230. Hopefully he's not got anything. Okay, well, I'll close anyway. If they don't all close, then, as soon as everything has closed fully, I'll put $230 on him. So let's stop copying. Oh, brilliant. Okay. So then we go to Alex. And then we copy with 230. Open trades. Brilliant. And that's it. I'll be looking forward to see what happens now. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and have a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening. Thank you very much. Cheers.